Great return to racing for this mare, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. She's she hadn't raced for 6 months, so all credit to Murray. He's had a super fit for tonight.
She was a quality mare last time in, and she was only just behind Iron Pegasus. She's going around in the Gold Series tonight, so it's great that she's back racing, and it's probably a disappointment for the Connections that she wasn't quite ready for that series.
Oh, probably not. She's been well looked after and sort of looking for the future. So, we like to think she was a 2 and 3-year-old, and now she's 4. So there's a few years left in her yet. So I'm sure they've been patient with her, and it's shown tonight.
Good crowds, good owners. Owners having a lot of fun, mate. They were cheering from you at the top of the straight. They were starting to get very excited, and 50 to go, they really went up in air, which is great, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the horse knew it, and he sort of accelerated from the top of the straight. So, he knows he's got a good bunch of owners.
He's got a good bunch of owners, and rightfully so, because he's a lovely horse, isn't he? Hasn't he come back in terrific form? Controversially left out of the Derby last year, and possibly should have been in it, but since he's come back, geez, he's come back in terrific form.
Yeah, he has so, Paul. He's there's not much of him, but he's got a bit of toughness with his speed, so he's sort of going to take him a fair way, I think.
Sometimes 1,700-metre races, they can be a little bit predictable. People fall into spots, and that you took the move, you took the initiative to find the front, and it turned out to be the winning move because both Barhoon and Louisville Lass were still coming, but the fact you had the fence and the jump on them, it well and truly the winning move, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Paulie. She wasn't really my plan to do what I did then, sort of, but when the favourite got outside the one that was in front, it sort of didn't look like a corner too well, so it was either be 3 wide the last round or do what we did, and I'm glad I did what I did.
I'm glad you did what you did too, because it's exciting and it makes the races, and there's Connections here that are very happy as well that you did what you did. You fly under the radar, mate. I say it about a lot of the harness racing guys. You do a lot for the industry. You're a quiet achiever, and you drive a lot of winners but don't get a lot of fanfare, and you drive daring tactics like that, mate. It must be rewarding when they do come off.
Yeah, it is, sir, and what makes it more confident is when you sort of drive for the people I drive for. Mick Hughes, he always has his trotters pretty well, and after the first one, you sort of come here with a bit more confidence, and this one won pretty well when she won a heat, and he was quietly confident with her coming in tonight, so we drove her accordingly.
$155 jogging, that's another thing for a 3-year-old filly, Glennie. That looked very, very easy, mate.
The first day I sat behind her, I knew she was a good horse, but Anton's just done an awesome job with this horse, and just can't be thankful enough for him and Pat and the team.
They
allow me to get a steer on a horse like this. It's just, unbelievable.
Mate, they give you a steer on another one that goes fair too, I think. So I think I don't sell yourself too short. She looked nice out of the gate, but once she found the front, Maddie was keen to keep you honest all the race, but she just was in a different world in a way. She just seemed to be just floating out there in front, and when you asked, she just quickened and just seemed easy.
Yeah, no, she's so powerful, and like tonight she was just had a dot on for the night for the big race, and once she got to the front, she was always going to be hard to beat.
Firstly, Johnny, well done, and congratulations, early double too. That's good for a freelance rangeman.
Yeah, it's always good to be able to get a couple of winners on a good night, Paul. Yeah,
it's a good night. There's a good crowd here. That was a great race. That was a battle of tactics, that race, especially early. All, like Dan called there, they all dropped into single file and coming out at the right time. And then even at the 400-metre mark, you were on Darren's back, and it looked like he was going to go past the leader, and you weren't sure whether you were going to come out underneath Kate or not.
Well, I probably, normally, but I just wanted to keep Kate a bit wider on the track, so I thought I'd better get rolling. Otherwise, I probably normally would have stayed a bit longer.
It's a bit hard, those good horses too, isn't it? Like you actually put her away at the top of the straight, and right on the line, he's still coming, Majestuoso. So this horse done a great job just to fight him off twice, really.
Oh, absolutely. Katie's it's a really good horse, and I knew it'd keep coming, and we just had a good trip early, had a little bit of luck early, and got us to the line.
It looked good, Chris. Was it as much fun to drive?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty exciting. He just travelled well all the way, and when he got into the back, he wanted to get going, so we said, let's go, and he did it really well, and, had plenty left.
He looked like he had plenty left. The ears were still in, and the like. He was actually looking around the last 100. Dan called him a star of the future. You definitely have had a fair association with some really nice trotters. What sort of feel did he give you, mate?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He did that pretty comfortable, really. He could have gone quicker if there was one to race him. And, yeah, Answer's, pretty confident it was a really good horse, and he would know too.
That was a on for young and old race, and it was a great fighting finish up the straight the last time, mate.
Yeah, well, she's, generally known for her speed, but she got hammered pretty hard the first half and had to be brave tonight, and thought the other one had her, but she dug deep.
Do you worry about driving speed horses a little bit, like when they're putting it on that tough? Does it worry you as a driver?
Oh, I knew that she'd be vulnerable, and I wasn't real happy when Norquay got on my back because the way it finished off last week, and it had its chance and just couldn't quite get her, which was great.
Was great, and well done to all the connections. It was great scenes here, Chris. You wouldn't have appreciated, but there was two big groups of owners. Some thought they'd won, others were very quiet. When the numbers come up, it was a reverse way around, but I think that's what Group 1 racing and racing of the trotters is all about. Big groups of people having a lot of fun. Mate, you created a lot of fun for everyone, and well done, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's great for Joe and his brother. They only have a little stable, and, she gave them their first Group 1 win, and then again tonight, and hopefully there's more to come.
This mare's very, very special, isn't she, Glennie?
Yeah, no, she's definitely special, and credit to Anton to get her up for tonight. She probably had her knockers last week at Bendigo, but I think her form held up in the last race before, and she's just able to get the good run, and she did the rest.
Right at Bendigo, a lot of people aren't aware, like the tempo had just washed off at the wrong time, and then Norquay was able to, when Emerald Stride kicked clear and Norquay was able to get that little bit of a break, you had no hope of picking her up the way the race was run, isn't that right?
Yeah, no, when you go back and look at the times and that, it was just pretty much impossible to make that ground up. So tonight she was able to get the good run. We were able to make a mid-race move, and the speed slackened off and get the 1-1 again, and that's just the way she races best.
I think one of those nights, Dan, he might have stood up in the cart and put the helmet off. Was that one of those nights or not?
These days I might slip a disc or something, matey, so I've got to be a little bit more conservative.
We had to put the cones out for you to realise how to get back to the winner's circle here. It's been a little while, you were saying?
Yeah, I'd almost felt like I was never going to make it back here, but anyway, it's good to win on Bullion Lady. Richard Matthews, he's a long-time stalwart of the stable, and I appreciate the fact that he comes straight back after my hiatus, and it's good to win a nice race for him.
Oz, how good a thrill was that, mate?
Oh, very good, mate. Very, very. I've been hanging out for this for a long time, mate.
It was on for young and old early. They were 5-6 deep going into the first turn, and survival of the fittest. You just come out of the pack.
No, believe it or not, mate, she's only got about a half a furlong sprint. If she sees daylight before that, she's just wretched.
It played in your favours, didn't it? Because Hatchback gave you the nice card into it. You pulled out up the straight, and away she went.
Yeah, and to be truthful, she's lost a lot, about 3 or 4 races because I got to drive her that way, just dead. If she sees daylight too early, she just stops.
You and B. Lilly, you're striking up a bit of a chord. You might become his number 1 freelance driver the way you're going, mate.
I doubt that.
But it is a good association you have, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's good. Very good, mate. Very good.
Super impressive because you're halfway up the straight. There was about 4 or 5 horses in it, and then you won easing down by about 10 metres.
Yeah, he's such a good sit sprinter, and he's just really fast, and it just really suited him tonight, and back to that grade, and not a quick last quarter, and yeah, he just did it easily.
Were you worried with a lap to go, like the 3 wide train started, but it's that's all it did, really just started. They were just creeping around. There was no one really going anywhere. Were you getting a bit nervous?
He was pulling really hard in the run, and I didn't think I'd have cover if I come out, and I thought, he'll zoom up there too quick, and he certainly won't be winning. And then when Emmett come out, I thought, that's not great, but it all worked out perfectly in the end.